I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna be honest because I have no audio in my headset right now as far as if these intros are playing like if
They're
people
playing.
can hear the music. All right, good.
I
Because
can hear it.
normally I hear it. I changed it. I have to go back and change the settings again, I guess, because I'm not hearing a damn thing. So that's a little
But
awkward
do you
for me.
see it?
I see it. But
Okay.
I don't without hearing it, I don't have the timing I'm looking for. So it's a little
Okay.
awkward. So there's like a little second of black screen before I switch over because it's not prepared. I don't know. It's very awkward for me. So anyway, without further ado, it's a monster week in sports. NFL season is, preseason's full swing. There's a lot of great things going on right now. There's been some big announcements out there in the NFL as far as
Tell
preseason
me
goes.
about it.
So the one that's not so obvious is Trevor Lawrence was announced the starter for the Jags week 1. Shocker. But the bigger news is the Denver Broncos went ahead and signed Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater.
Bridge?
Yes.
I was gonna say.
After the Jets traded Sam Darnold over to Carolina. So Darnold took over Carolina, which was where Bridgewater was last year, and then he went out to Denver. Drew Lock is a guy they drafted, a guy they liked, and it just was announced, I think today or yesterday, I can't remember what day, but Teddy beat him out for the starting job. So Teddy Bridgewater is the starter in Denver. So that's pretty cool. That's
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was
Sonny Mitchell got traded.
Yeah, I was going to get there, but
okay.
It's Michelle, by the way, not
you
Sony
jumping the
Mitchell,
gun.
right? Sony Michelle.
Is it Michelle?
Yeah, it's
Michelle?
Sony Michelle. It's not Mitchell.
I can never. I always pronounce that Michelle.
Yeah, Sony Michelle. Yeah, you said Mitchell though. You literally just said Michelle.
No, but I always pronounce Michelle wrong.
Oh,
until when I hear it, then I fix myself.
Okay, but yeah,
I say Michelle.
So what happened was with the Rams. So everybody knows the backstory real quick. Is their starting running back Cam Akers, who they drafted last year, is out for the season. Darrell Henderson is going to be the guy. He hurt his thumb, so they wanted a little bit more support in the backfield. And the Patriots have like 10 backs, like running backs. It's stupid.
Good ones too.
So they went ahead and traded for Sony Michel, who is not going to be a main player on the Patriots anyway. So the Patriots get a couple. I can't pronounce that word.
Drafts.
Yeah, but it's it's not consigliere picks, but conspipary. I can't pronounce the word. I apologize. But what it means,
consigliere?
Yeah, it's something like that. So basically, what it means is depending on his performance, depends on what draft pick they're going to get. Right? The more if they play him a certain amount of time, a certain amount of plays, and things like that, then they get a higher draft pick than what they'll get if not. So there's like some things going on that. And then the Giants traded their kicker over to Carolina. So Carolina now has a kicker. So that was some other
who
news.
cares about the kickers, right?
And then we're still waiting though on the New Orleans Saints to announce their starting quarterback. So we still don't know if it's going to be Jameis Winston, is going to be Taysom Hill. We're still waiting on that announcement. So that's
I would make it Hill. If it was me.
Did you see Winston play in this last preseason game?
Nope.
Exactly. He did what Winston does. So this is the way that you need to start Jameis Winston, right? He played like a quarter and a half and he threw for like 100 and something yards, 2 deep touchdowns, looked amazing. So what you do is then at that point, you just take him out the game and you put in Taysom Hill so he can't throw that interception that he's known for doing. So, that's the easiest way to work around that, right?
I mean, if I had two quarterbacks that are good, I would switch them throughout the game, rotate them throughout the game.
It's hard because
throw off the defense.
You don't get the momentum, right? Like part of the sport is like pitchers,
Build
right?
them a
Starting
rhythm.
pitchers, right? They get better as the game goes on sometimes. Running backs, they'll get better as the game goes on. Same thing with quarterbacks sometimes, right? You don't get a rhythm if you're constantly switching in and out. So that's why they don't really do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, in other sports, in kickball, right? Kickball news. It looks like Ronaldo is going to Man City. That's some big news.
I figured that. They usually, when they retire, they come. Wait. Man City, you said?
Dumbass. Right. Yes.
Okay.
As in the
let me shut up.
Major English club. Cristiano Ronaldo is going to Man City, which is a huge soccer club.
Isn't that where this guy was from? What was his name? Messi?
No.
Where was he at?
He was some other European team, but there's Man City and there's Manchester United. Those are like the two hugely known
big
teams.
clubs.
Yeah, big clubs.
Oh, they must have paid him. They must have paid him big bucks.
Yeah, I don't know, but the fact that he's going to be heading over there, that's some really big news for all you kickball fans out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, I don't know, Nate, if you saw that episode, but I will not call it the. It will not be football because we have football, and soccer doesn't make any sense. Kickball, psh, on the money. Let's go.
It's perfect.
Sure. Okay, I guess.
Sure, if you say so.
I was watching wrestling over the weekend. That's all I know.
Okay, so tell me about some wrestling. What happened in the wrestling world?
AEW or WWE?
I try to watch both.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really have a preference. I grew up with WWE, kind of like almost everybody, but there's nothing wrong with watching both. Yeah, I saw the CM Punk debut on Friday.
Yeah,
that was
isn't that crazy?
It was insane.
Yo, his ovation was his acceptance was ridiculous.
Yeah,
like he walked out, stood there, and there was an ovation for a while. I thought he really was crying.
No, I told my stepdad when the show started, I was like, CM Punk has to come out first. If not, they're gonna riot. And he goes, Yep. And then 2 seconds later, the entrance came, and I was like, here we go.
So where'd he go? Where was he at?
AEW. He was in WWE.
He was in WWE, and and then there was just a lot of issues.
That's what I was saying. I know he was there, so that's why I didn't know he left.
Yeah, so he left for 7 years, and then there was rumors that he was going to come back to WWE. There was a big ass commotion about it, and then WWE's like, he's never coming back. And then the rumor started for AEW, and I was like, all right, he's going to come there. So then he showed up, and then Saturday was SummerSlam. So then that was their event. My favorite wrestler is John Cena. But he had to lose that title match with Roman Reigns. Like, it just didn't make sense to win, only to leave again. Brock Lesnar showed up. Becky Lynch showed up.
Brock Lesnar still wrestling?
Yeah, he's part-time, so he shows up every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's still a big name, though, for WWE.
Yeah, like, when he showed up, bro, the roof exploded. I exploded. I was like, oh, shit, here we go.
He's still a big name for that. But AEW... AEW is taking a lot of their old mature big fan base fans. I mean guys, and they're taking right over. Actually, we know an AEW wrestler. We all know.
Yeah, it's I forgot what he goes by. That's what he goes by.
Yeah. You remember the Swatter?
Yeah.
From
Oh, yeah. He used to always go away for his little wrestling tournaments.
He got a contract with AEW.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, he got a contract. It's crazy.
That's good. Well, that's the thing about wrestling. Like, I don't watch it now. I used to watch when I was a kid, obviously. And, back in the day it was WWF, and then WWF had competition. It was WCW. Right. And then same type of thing. Right. You had Hulk Hogan, who was the star of the WWF, and then he became a star in the WCW, and then they merged them. And I know that's where they're like, oh, well, let's try to keep it similar with this whole, SmackDown and Raw competition. Right. Because they figure they know they need like two platforms because it's hard to be a monopoly. And then this other company comes back, and it's only a matter of time before they buy them out, though. So it won't even matter.
Nah, I think they're starting to get bigger than WWE.
Dude, WCW was huge. And
AEW is growing every.
It doesn't matter.
Every new cast member that comes in, grows.
It doesn't matter. You weren't the WCW was literally at the height of wrestling and shit, and they still got bought out.
Yes, you're right.
AEW will not be bigger than WCW.
You mean WWE?
No, WCW.
Oh, it'll trust me, it will.
It'll be a lot bigger.
No, not the height of WCW. At the height,
yes.
That's why they got bought out because you got to remember. First of all, WWE has way more money. It doesn't matter how popular you are. Their agglomeration,
of course,
has the money to buy them.
They own a lot of little shit out here in Florida.
Well, regardless of the little shit, dude, they're a fucking movie production company.
Yeah,
they produce movies, right? So, and that's so what I'm saying is like. I get it. WCW at its height, it was bigger than the WWF, and they got bought out.
Yeah, I can see that. I see what you're saying.
So,
but AEW right now is huge, and there's. Do you think Vince McMahon is waiting to buy them out, or waiting to get bigger and buy them out?
Yep.
because the biggest difference between AEW and WWF is the actual wrestlers have more power, more saying in what they can get. WWE has a like for example, Dwayne Johnson had to change his name from The Rock because every time he uses The Rock, he still pays a royalty to WWE. So like they still have that, and AEW gives more control to the actual
so they can pull people in. But at the end of the day, what happens when they sell off? They don't give a fuck. They got paid, right? Are they going to care what happens to the wrestlers? No. Like they care now because that's the only way they had a mode of getting people in and competing, right? Hey, leave the WWE. You can have more control. You can have more rights. Oh, by the way, we went ahead and sold back to the WWE, so now you no longer
there goes all your rights.
You know, like, and they're waiting. And the thing is, why buy somebody? Why would the WWE buy them when there's no wrestlers to market, right? So they're not going to buy them small just to get rid of competition. They want that competition. Because you know what? If fans are watching the AWE, that drives wrestling. And so then,
of course it does.
When all these people become really big and famous, and then they go in and they swoop in, they buy them all out, they get all those big names. Plain and simple.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true businessman.
That's the best way to do it. So.
Yeah.
We got the right stuff.